it might be beneficial to. I don't know if we have an intelligent person in this group. You could also hire researchers to help you, which would give you a bonus to your check.
I have a 1 to my intelligence.
Okay, so that's not bad. But I know it is something to keep in mind just because not
Yeah.
all downtime activities have a role, but those that do, you usually want to make sure you're at least decent at the role that's needed to get the most out of it. So, like for example, charisma, which I know, being a sorcerer, you must have pretty high amount of. Usually,
Yes.
like making contacts or just more like charisma based checks might be a better investment for you for downtime. While but you said you have okay intelligence, so that should be fine.
Yeah, I'm not huge mini maxer, so I kinda make myself a jack of all trades.
Yeah.
Obviously I don't want to be useless in battle, but so I very few of my spells are like have save DCs.
Yeah, I mean, if you're multi-classing, it's kind of the way I would go. Usually, if I make a magic user, I either go full
I'm not I'm
end.
not mul I'm not multi-classing, I'm just my spell save DC is only like 13, so
Yeah, well, I guess, yeah, if you're not gonna make your charisma super high, then having spells that don't use DCs and attacks is definitely a good way to go.
I get it. Yeah. Oh, okay, I'll get your opinions. In my other campaign, I'm going to roll. We're doing an all roll campaign,
Okay,
and
yeah.
I'm going to multi-class state into warlock. So I'm currently a level D swashbuckler rogue, right?
Okay.
And my friend is, I think she's going to assassin rogue, and she's going to level 1 rogue, and she's going into hexblade warlock.
Yep.
So I was thinking for me for I was thinking Archfiend because I don't want to be the exact same as he is.
Yeah.
Is that any good? Do you think?
Uh, if you are the same as him, sorry, I missed that.
Oh no, so we're both going rogue. So it's an all rogue campaign, so we're all
Mm-hmm.
rogues.
Yeah.
Um, she is now a level 1. She's bringing a new character in. She will
Okay.
be level 1 rogue and like level 2 or 3 warlock. And she's going Hexblade
Okay.
Warlock. So I don't want to be the same as her. Um, so I'm thinking Archfey
All right. Yeah.
to go with my Swashbuckler subclass.
So you're asking if Archfey would be enough of a difference from her?
Yes, and if it's a good mix with my Swashbuckler.
Uh, well, usually with multi-class, you want to choose like classes that synergize well. It kind of depends on what
Yeah.
you're doing. So like Warlock is charisma, Rogue is Dex, so there's a little bit of a conflict there. Uh,
Well, I know, but
if
Swashbuckler does that with my charisma. Plus,
mm-hmm.
at level 4, I'll be able to boost my charisma.
All right. Yeah, so I guess if you lean heavy charisma and like use the rogue stuff as an afterthought, then that could probably work out. Um, and as for is it different enough? I mean, that kind of just depends on the personality of the characters and like if the DM is more story based or rules based. There's like a bunch of different factors. I think you should just play what you enjoy, and I think if you enjoy the concept and like your concept is going to be different from hers, then I'd say just go for it. There's nothing wrong with having a couple of people of the same class in a group.
Yeah, I get that. I'm a bugbear rogue,
Mm-hmm.
which has been fun.
Yeah, I mean, you can when you multi-class, you can definitely kind of. Usually, it's best to like concentrate on getting one stat high if you're doing point buy. I mean, if you're doing roll, then whatever. Like you could roll whatever
Yeah.
you want. But if you're doing point buy, yeah, usually you want to concentrate on getting one stat high and make that your main class, and then have the other class like using abilities that don't use like so like for rogue like don't use your dex as much, like just
Mhm.
using the roguish action and like the depending on how high you go, I guess, like the abilities that don't rely on dex, and then just concentrate on the charisma part of it so you can get a really high charisma, and like have your spells be more effective. Or you go the other way, get a really high dex and like use the warlock abilities more as an afterthought.
Thank you.
Yeah, at least that's. I don't usually like to multi-class, so there are probably people who are better to ask this to. Like I enjoy pure character classes, um, but
What's your favorite class?
probably druid. It used to be wizard, but in fifth edition, I've been really enjoying playing druids.
I'm actually enjoying playing the sorcerer.
Yeah, sorcerer is
Oh,
definitely good too.
I'm having fun there, being the elitist snob of the group.
Yeah, I like
Is-
wizards because they have a lot they can do. Like they have a huge repertoire of abilities that they can
Yeah.
plan stuff and be like the utility guy in the party. Like they can deal
Yeah.
with almost anything.
I had them. I made a huge mistake that I'm not going to correct because that's just metagaming. But for my level 4 spell slot, I picked a Dimension Door,
All right.
which lets me travel up to 500 meters in any direction, up, down, left, right, and
Mm-hmm.
I can take one person with me, but they have to be the same size as me or smaller, and I am the smallest in the group.
Yeah. Well, when you level up, you can swap out spells as part of the level up. At least I think you can. I think you can choose to replace one of your spells. The rules for it are under Sorcerer, and they're also in Tasha's, I think. Or sorry, Xanathar's maybe. It's one of those supplemental books, but there are rules for respecking powers and such. So
Uh,
you could change it if you want, but you don't have to.
I mean, it'll come in useful at one point just for me, though.
Oh yeah, I mean whether or not you bring someone with you, it's a really powerful spell.
Yeah, I can't because I'm literally too small to do that.
Yeah, unless you have another halfling or gnome with you.
Yeah.
You only make a tiny
No,
door. No one can go through it but you.
yeah, I don't think even. I think halfling are they smaller than gnomes?
No, they're both small. It's the same size.
Yeah, so any smokers like halfling, no, halfling, gnome, fairy,
Goblin. But
or
yeah,
goblins. Goblins are small, are medium, aren't they? Just
no,
on
they're
the
small.
medium.
Goblins are small. Hobgoblins are medium, but goblins are small.
I made a character in my other campaign who was uh half human, half halfling, and I
Yeah.
made it a running joke that she was characterized as small, but she was only an inch away from being medium,
Mm-hmm.
which I thought was funny.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, well, I mean, they have the minimum and maximum sizes for each race, but even if you go
Yeah,
really tall for a race, I don't think you will technically count as medium. Unless,
yeah,
obviously, if your DM does some weird stuff and, like, just says it's fine.
yeah. It was always interesting. I don't think there's any. There's no really races that are playable that are past medium, are there?
Not really. I mean, you could, like, house rule whatever you want, but generally speaking, at least by Raw, you're not supposed to play bigger things.
Mm.
I think there are supplemental rules to do so, though. So there's probably rules somewhere about making like, ogres or
So
half ogres.
as a divine sorcerer, I can switch up spells kind of with the clerics.
I don't know off the top of my head. If it says you can, then you can. I know that usually clerics can prepare spells, like they pray for spells as part of a long rest. Though I know your spells are set, so I'm not sure how that would
Yeah.
work. Maybe you can choose cleric spells on level up as well as yours. Do you have the power?
I
You can
think
link it.
yes, hold on, I've got the oh yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
so you can get rid of Bane to get a different cleric spell, like with the replace rules, which I believe again are in Xanathar's or something. Although they might be in Sorcerer as part of level up, but I think they might be in the supplemental. It's in one of those. So yeah, you could unlearn Bane to learn some other cleric spell. So it's kind of a sneaky way of getting clerical spells into your known abilities.
How many spells should I have as a level what are we now? 7 sorcerer. You
That
know?
should be under the sorcerer class. I can take a look. Let's see, level 7 sorcerer. 5 cantrips.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Where's the spells known? So you're asking about spells known, right? Not spell slots?
Uh,
Because those
spells
are,
known.
yeah, because those are two different things. Uh, so at this level, you know 8 spells. You should have 8 spells that you
Okay.
have in your
Not including
repertoire.
cure. Okay, not including cure wound bane and listen. So one,
Yeah,
two,
those
three,
don't
four,
count against that.
5, 6, 7, 8. Right. So according to this, am I right in thinking I should have 4 in level 1, 3 spells in level 2, and 3 spells in level 3
Those
and
are
one?
your spell slots. That's different. So your spell slots is basically your magical energy that you spend to do your spells. So yeah, you have more spell slots than you have spells known, but you can spend those slots to do any of those 8, you know, spells that you know.
Oh, alright.
So
So,
you have 11 spell slots total, and yeah, you can use those to cast the 8 known spells. If you're out of spell slots, you can't cast any of your spells, but you still know those 8.
got ya. So roll 20 didn't include then that's good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I mean, your sheet should track your spell slots. Looks
It,
like it is. Like you have
yeah.
4 first level. Right now you have 0 second level. Yada yada. Actually, is it set up
Yeah.
to. Okay, it's not set up right. Let me set some things. Okay, so that's all turned on now. So now when you click on your spells, it should automatically minus a spell slot.
Fantastic.
If you have none left, I think it'll give you a warning. It might not. I don't know. The settings are weird. Like, for some reason, they keep changing them. But
Well, that reminds me, I went down and came back up. Should I not have a level of exhaustion?
yeah, you should. You should have one level.
Oh, one level of exhaustion.
Yeah.
I'm so, guys, I'm so lucky that I wrote 20. I'm so thankful you let that 20 come through, even though I was early.
Yeah, it was some pretty lucky rolls. Where are you
I
tracking
failed.
your story points?
I'm actually not. I've never forget how to use them, so I never
So
really.
you get one when you do journal.
I've
You can
done
have
journal.
up to 10.
So I think I've done. I think I've done journal twice.
Okay. And you gain inspiration, which is on the top left, which is a separate thing when you get MVP or if you do something in game that is highly RP
That
based.
that happened once.
So you do have inspiration.
Yeah, it happened once.
Alright, so you can
I think.
use inspiration to get advantage on a roll before you roll, or you can use story points to re roll a roll afterwards, but you have to take the
Right.
result.
Got ya. I will learn to use these. This is my first time playing a sorcerer.
Let's see, do you have any other resources? Just your
I have
sorcery
the
points.
shadow. I have the shadow demon essence, the barb demon, and the dark
Oh, well,
chimera
essence.
essence.
Yeah, essence isn't something. Yeah, you track those separately. You could put the essences in your actual inventory if you want. It might be easier to track them there.
Oh. Uh,
You would
nice
just
for
put
now.
the amount, but either way.
So I've got it. Quarter staff. I've quarter staff here twice for some reason. A one-handed and two-handed.
Yeah, those would be two different attacks. But I don't think you're going to use your quarterstaff all that much.
No, I'll probably stay with firebolt.
Yeah, you made your charisma really low for a sorcerer. It's going to make your spells a lot less powerful.
I
Um,
said I didn't. I said I didn't want to minimax. You know, I like a more rounded character. It makes sense.
Alright, well, I mean, I have no problem with min maxing to a point. Uh, but, whatever you want to play. So if you're having fun with it, that's fine. But, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find what I like to do. I like to cast haste and then ping from the back with firebolt.
Yeah, and actually, your character might be better off using a crossbow since you went so heavy into dex. Because your charisma is only +2, whereas your dex is +3.
Oh yeah. No,
Firebolt attack relies on charisma.
I'm thinking like crossbows, so probably gonna buy one.
Yeah, well, I mean, you don't have to use a crossbow. I'm just noticing that the attack roll would be higher with a crossbow because of your dex.
You mean realized.
Yeah, I don't really mind a little min-maxing, just part of the game system, but you certainly don't have to. I mean, being able to throw haste on people can be very powerful.
Yeah. So if I go to Bane, does it need to be replaced by a level 1 spell? Replace by...
Yeah, so you can unlearn Bane. You don't have to replace it with the level 1. You can replace it with whatever you want. It just has to be a cleric spell that you can cast.
Right.
Also,
Okay.
let me see. I'm gonna put red dots next to the ones that are sorcerer, because you said Bane and Cure Wounds are the ones that are not, right?
Yeah, Bane, Cure Wounds, and Lesser Restoration
Oh,
are
lesser
ones I
restoration.
get.
All right, so just yeah, we'll keep those as black, just so we know that those are the ones from sorcerer, and the red ones will be your, or sorry, those are the ones from cleric, and the red ones will be your sorcerer ones.
Actually, no, so if I go to my account, uh, yeah, actually, Bane is from my Divine Soul.
Yeah, yeah, from your cleric one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, like I said, we'll keep the cleric ones black, and the red ones can be your sorcerer powers.
Actually, Cure Wounds is from the Healing Touch, Mark of the Healing Halfling.
Oh, is that not sorcerer? Or is that
It's
not
not
cleric?
cleric. No, it's you see here, Mark of the Healing? Put it in the chat section.
Is that
No,
that's a halfling thing? A racial power?
yeah.
Or is that okay? That's a certain type of halfling gets that. So that's your subclass or your subrace thing, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, so we can leave those unmarked as well. We'll just have the sorcerer ones be the marked ones.
I'm actually missing spells as well. For the third level, I should have Aura of Vitality and Mass Healing Word, and a fourth Aura of Purity and Aura of Life.
Alright, well, you can add those in.
Yeah, I will do it now. And then, oh, that was it. Fear of you. Right, all sorted.
Alright.
There's no trait or thingy that will allow me to concentrate two separate spells, is there?
Sorry, what'd you say?
There's no feat that would ever allow me to concentrate on two separate spells, is there?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything like that. You can twin spell something, and I believe concentrating on one will concentrate on both, but there's nothing that lets you do two concentration casts. Because everyone would take that.
Yeah.
That would be like super powerful. Because the whole reason why they did concentration was to limit spellcaster ability to have really powerful spells going. Because in 3rd edition, you could have like haste and polymorph and like all these different spells going at once, which was extremely powerful.
Oh. Well, we'll probably just miss the hour, unfortunately. Oh, sorted son.
Yeah, I get the feeling we're probably going to see Jake at 12 my time. He
Yeah.
probably forgot about the time thing. Alright, give me one moment. I'm going to go grab a drink while we're waiting. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Any other questions while we wait? Should have used this time to work on a dungeon. Oh well, I'll do that later. Are you still there? Oh wait, you're muted.
Sorry, I'm back.
Welcome back.
How's recruitment going?
What? Equipment?
Recruitment, I'm saying.
It's slow, but every now and then find people. Like I got this new guy joining next week.
That's good.
Definitely not as heavy as it used to be.
I think it's the credit crunch, isn't it? Cost of living.
I don't know. I know different places are feeling it more than others. All the energy stuff with Russia and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, the U.S. mostly gets its oil from internal sources, so we don't feel it as much, but I know Europe definitely does.
It's our own fault for, picking the one place.
Picking what place?
Getting it out from one place.
Yeah, it's kind of the downside is when that place goes nuts and acts weird.
Yeah. I'm surprised that because Russia has oil that America never went over to, well, they've got oil and they're run by a tyrant. The America never went over to, give the people their freedom.
Oh no, Russia's a nuclear power. America isn't going to mess with anyone who has nukes. That could be the end of the world. That's why all the countries are trying to get nukes. Like, if you ever notice, all the countries that get attacked are the ones that don't have a nuclear arsenal.
Oh no, that was the entire point of attacking. They've got weapons of mass destruction. Yeah, so do you.
Yeah, but they didn't actually have it. If they actually had them, we wouldn't have attacked.
I know.
It was all
I find
bullshit.
I find it hypocritical that the UK, Russia, well, the UK and America are all like they got weapons of mass destruction. Like, what do you have?
No,
You know,
they just don't want other countries to get them because then they can't mess with them anymore. And it's dangerous. And like the more people have nukes, the more likely some event will happen that the world ends. So
yeah.
like ideally no one would have them. Although if no one had them, there'd probably be more wars going on. Although now that capitalism is so big and so many economies are interspersed, it does make war less likely because it messes with the economy of several countries when major powers are in conflict, like what's happening with Russia and everyone in Europe not getting oil correctly.
Yeah, apparently that's you. that war is Europe's fault. According to my old boss, it's NATO. So from what I can hear, from what he says, that Russia and Ukraine had a deal that Russia would respect Ukraine's borders and that sovereignty, but they couldn't join NATO because
Well,
Putin didn't want European forces on his border.
but they didn't join
And
NATO.
no, apparently NATO was like, go on, join us. And I think Ukraine was going to join NATO, or thinking about joining NATO.
Yeah, but
And that's when,
I mean, even so, like that's none of Russia's business. Like they can't be like, oh, you can't like Ukraine's its own country. They can do whatever the fuck they want. It's not
yeah,
Russia's
but
business.
they had a deal with Russia.
All right, so like, what was the deal for?
I'm not entirely sure to be fair. I think the deal goes that they wanted, they didn't want like European forces like on their borders or anything.
Okay, but like, what was Russia giving Ukraine for that deal?
Uh, they were respecting their sovereignty and
Oh,
peace.
so you can exist as long as you do what we want you to do. That doesn't seem like much of a deal. I don't know.
It seems a very Russian deal to me.
Yeah, exactly. It seems like a pretty shit deal. So again, like I think Russia's. I don't think there's any scenario where Russia isn't the asshole here.
Oh no, Putin's definitely an asshole.
Yeah,
Um,
like I don't. It doesn't even seem like they're like even best case scenario. They took Ukraine. Like, would they get that much out of that? It just seems like a huge waste. Like, there's not much. I mean, I guess they gain some natural resources, but still, like we're getting to a point where countries shouldn't be invading other countries because it fucks with the world
mm,
economy.
um,
Just like older people, like older Russians, I guess. Like he wants the former glory of the USSR or whatever. I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you remember Gaddafi
Sort of, yeah.
from now. From what I remember, or read that you know the reason they gave for attacking Gaddafi was he was a tyrant, blah blah blah. But they had a great economy, this healthcare system. The one thing that he did was exactly what Saddam Hussein did previously was drop the US dollar from their
Yeah.
currency, and that's when they got attacked.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, the U.S. is not definitely not the best country when it comes to moral high ground. We've done plenty of shitty things,
Oh yeah.
but
What was that? I'll be back. I'll be back in a few minutes.
yeah, that's fine.
Oh, he's back.
Back.
No word from Jake yet.
No, but I'm guessing he's gonna show up soon if the hour thing is accurate.
Hmm.
Just looking through my notes. Does this group have a bag of holding? Just curious, I didn't see one marked. Welcome.
Oh dear. Sorry, chaps.
Well, we're just hanging out.
Sorry about that.
No worries. It's hard to know when these time changes are going to happen over the ocean. So
Yeah, I'm so sorry. I didn't even think. Did not even think.
Don't worry, I wouldn't worry. I almost made the same mistake. It's only because I've seen Raven in the chat, or I wouldn't have realised.
Yeah. No, I'm really sorry. I was doing dinner and stuff.
no, that's
It's always
fine.
a bit of a scramble the hour before the game.
Well, we were just chatting and relaxing. So now that you are here, we can only get going. Fortunately,
man.
we are missing our previous scribe, and Keller was supposed to be scribing today. Let's see. Guess which one of you two is willing to do scribe duty?
I can do it.
Uh,
I'll take it as
be-
payment for being late.
Alright, Fisher.
Or
It's
penance.
fine. Fisher, this would be your 4th time as quartermaster as well, so you'd get a story point for that
Very nice.
at the end of the game. Anyway. Ugh.
Right, so from what I can remember, we fought bravely against the Hydra, not Hydra,
Chimera.
Chimera. I went down, I popped up again, thankfully, luckily. Dice gods were good to me. Okay. We lost Oliver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Oliver had fallen during the battle, and we kind of left off at the end of the battle. So,
Okay, so
so yeah, it is
So-
the, what is it? date-wise, it is the 48th of winter at 4 p.m. So yeah, the battle had just finished up. And what do you all want to do?
Well, we're kind of battered and broken, aren't we, Fisher? So I think we were trying to make something to drag Oliver's body to the nearest place for revival. I think we either settled on Candor, or we settled on one of the no encampments.
Yeah, I think getting him back to Candle at this point is probably going to be tough. We're going to need to go back to the Knoll encampment to rest, I think.
Yeah, I think it was Deep Fang we went to, or
Yeah, that was it.
some.
Alright, so you were going back to Deep Fang?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Now, I don't think you had a look around this place yet. Do you want to do that first, or just go back?
Oh, I thought we did, because I managed to get the essence from the Chimera.
Yeah, you got the essence, but I don't think anyone, like, actually checked out its lair.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
I remember that was something we didn't resolve.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, we should do that.
of all of us, who's the least hurt? 'Cause I went down. Keller is probably grieving over Oliver. Fisher, you story-wise, you're probably the most logical one to be looking around.
Yeah, I can't see my tokens. Is the map up?
No, it's just a big map for me as well.
Yeah, it's the big map.
Yeah,
we
'cause-
don't need a map of the lair at this point. That was more for the battle.
Yeah.
Okay,
So,
sweet.
Yeah.
It would just
Sure.
be a perception check.
I'll give you a quick blast of guidance while I'm at it.
Oh, I love it.
Just
Let me just get my character sheet up there every 2 secs.
yeah, 'cause I say Keller will be grieving over Oliver. Claw's is probably not one for observing. You, as a rogue, are probably the most likely to be observing.
Oh, I'm a warlock.
Who's the what? Keller's the rogue.
Yeah, that was it, right?
Sorry,
Okay.
but what?
Perception check, right?
With a plus D4.
Okay.
Neither.
17 perception, and then
Neither.
plus the D4. Okay, 19.
Alright. So, kind of off to the side, if you go a little bit deeper in, like I said, there's a lot of bones back here. You also see several, looks like sacks, possibly stolen from somewhere or something. Maybe a treasure off one of the fallen humanoids back here, but it looks like maybe a group was traveling through the area and was attacked by the creature, because you would see looks like some sacks, some chests that they had dropped, probably came upon the Chimera by accident, unfortunately.
Alright, can we check the sacks out? Oh wait,
Yeah.
actually, you point the sacks out first of all.
Yeah, how many sacks can I see?
So you would notice that the armor of some of the slain individuals has a symbol on it. A history check, DC 13, might tell you something.
That guidance is still running, right?
Yeah.
Ooh, 14.
So you recognize the symbol on the Saxon armor as a symbol of a group known as the Steel Shadow, a very powerful mercenary group that exists in several places, including the Empire. the Empire of the Humans, which is called something. Hang on.
Wow.
Let me check my notes. Oh, I'm looking at
The
the
life
wrong
of
screen.
an life of an adventure, Fisher.
Yeah, live by the
Is there,
sword, die by the sword.
is there anything akin
the,
to
the Darrock Empire is the human one.
and they're still running today, or just an ancient empire?
The Steel Shadow? Well, yeah, the Steel Shadow and the Darrock Empire are still power forces within the deep. The
I see.
Darrock Empire is the major source of, well, at least as far as everyone knows, like where most of humanity retreated to when the surface world was burned. There's like dwarves,
Is there-
humans, all sorts there.
Is there anything? I'll search the site. Is there anything akin to dog tags?
So wait, are you there as well? I thought it was just Fisher who was
Fisher
here.
point. Fisher
Oh,
pointed.
I'll beckon Marlon over. So we've got
Yeah, he-
some loot over here.
Okay.
May as well look.
So,
The heroes, the spoils.
Yeah. Is there anything akin to dog tags?
the soldiers, they do have some identifying paperwork with them. Looks like, yeah, this might have been some sort of secret caravan that just happened upon the Chimera. Unfortunate for them.
So I'll pocket the identification net, the identifying paperwork, and I can send that away to give the family some closure.
All right. Uh,
Do
so
we know if the Steel Shadow would have a base nearby? Would there be someone that we could communicate with to let them know that we found their lost men?
as far as you know, they only operate within the Darrock Empire, which makes it kind of weird that you found them all the way out here. Like, this is pretty far away from home for them. And this looks like it happened recently, like within the past few seasons. Like, these bodies aren't really old.
That may be worth investigating, Fisher.
Yeah.
Why are they out here?
Is there anything within the chests or sacks that might reveal a little bit more about their purpose for their travels?
So, looks like they have some messages as well, which they may have been delivering. It just kind of, well, it has a location marked on the map, which, here, let me show you. Does anyone have survival? I'll say, well, to decipher this map, I'll say either you need cartographer's tools or a DC 15 survival check to figure out where these coordinates are.
I don't have survival.
I'm not trained, but I could.
You don't have to be
give it a
trained to
roll.
make the roll. It would just be a DC 15.
Oh wow, 16 without guidance.
Okay.
18 with guidance.
Give me one
Wait.
moment. Mark it on the map. So it looks like they were headed here.
South of Candle. Interesting.
Yeah, that's where, at least according to this, their base is. Yeah, so there's quite a few things here. Most of it looks like supplies. Like there's about 150 days worth of rations, about 200 gold pieces worth of iron ingots.
Okay.
Ooh. I don't know. What do you think, Fisher? Finders keepers, or should we return them?
And there are three chests as well that are all locked.
Okay, 1 second. Where's- Is are the is the what you call it? Ration still good?
Yeah, they're preserved.
I'm going to take 10 days worth.
Okay. Yeah, you can take 10 days. That's fine.
I ran out.
I think I'll do the same. Okay. These chests.
Yep, three chests. All of them locked.
Does Keller have these tools?
Yeah, Keller can pick these open, or at least attempt. He says these are actually pretty good locks, so you might want to guidance me just in case.
Indeed, I will guidance you.
Alright, so he makes an attempt on the first chest. Ooh, natural 1. So he is not going to be able to open that
Oh,
one.
hold on. No,
Yeah.
I'm going to. He's in range, so I give him my bountiful luck.
Alright, go ahead and link it.
Love that ability.
Thank God I took the feat.
Ability check or saving throw.
Okay, so he does a re-roll. Oh, another terrible roll. Well, he gets a D4. Ooh, one off. Looks like that one was not meant to be. Unfortunate. He says, we might have to get someone else to try to open this one. I can't get it. Let me do a second chest.
How much does the first chest weigh?
Just say about 50 pounds.
You can put the chest in the bag of holding.
Do we have a bag of holding in this group?
Pretty sure we do.
Who has a bag of holding?
I don't have record of a bag of holding.
Do we not? Maybe a
No,
different
not on the
campaign.
sheet.
Well, in
Never
any
mind.
case, he gets the second chest open,
Yes.
which has a couple of things in it. Some very fancy looking items, which you would appraise to be quite valuable. So a very nice looking, like lovingly embroidered leather coin purse, worth quite a bit. A electrum inlaid coat, again worth quite a bit, and a very fancy looking circlet. Each of them worth a small fortune.
Very nice.
Yeah, you would guess someone with a lot of money was having these transported.
I find another coin purse too with arcane runes. Can I read these arcane runes since I'm training Arcana?
So the runes are magic symbols. It looks like it has a kind of a separate pouch for spell components. So this
Ooh.
might be some kind of custom-made coin purse for a magic user.
Oh, can I take it? You don't mind if it's
Yeah,
Fisher?
all yours. All yours.
Good.
You know me, I'm only looking for gemstones.
Right. So, fine weather.
Seems like the kind of thing a cleric would wear.
Really, I was saying we're wizards because it's spell components. So, and wizards are all for spell components. I
Yeah,
don't know.
you're right.
I don't know if you. I don't know if you warlock use them.
I mean, I'd probably need something a little bit more robust than a linen coat. Although it might go quite nice on me. Maybe not quite my colouring.
So, what does the
What's
circlet? What does the circlet do? Or is it just for?
It looks very fancy, possibly masterworked even. You don't know if it's magical. Could be.
I don't have detect magic.
don't, but maybe we can spend some time to try and figure out what this is.
Keller says, well, let me try to get the third chest open.
Do I need to guidance
Hand
you
on my
again?
map.
Yeah, give me a guidance, he says, just in case.
Yeah. Guidance away.
Alright. Probably good you did, but he needs a 2 or higher. Oh, he got
Yes.
it. Alright, so the
Just makes it just.
third chest is opened. Inside this one, there is a strange looking belt. Just one belt. And does anyone speak Dwarven?
Wow.
Did I tell you?
No. Elvish knowledge happening common.
So there are some strange markings on it in a language you don't understand. But it looks like a very fine belt.
Can I try it on?
I'll try it on.
Sure, either of you can try it on. It looks very fine.
I'll
Mind
roll
if
you.
I try
I'll
this?
roll you. I'll roll you for it. D4 high rise it on.
You did save my life. So, go on then.
Ah. Okay. On you go.
Wait, didn't you just
Try it
get
on.
that coin purse, Keller says?
Yeah.
What, you want
Fair
everything?
enough.
Says
I
maybe
want
we
the
should
world.
why don't you magic types try to figure out what it does? I mean, I'm assuming it's
Yeah.
magical to have it just in a chest by itself, or it's worth a lot.
Yeah. Fair
I
enough.
figure
On you
out
go.
what it does by putting it on.
Yeah. On you go, Fisher.
So putting it on doesn't seem to do anything, though you would know that many items of magic persuasion don't reveal their powers without study. So if
Okay.
there's more to this belt, you would have to identify it, possibly so you can attune to it, if it requires that.
Okay. Well, if it's alright with you, I'll take this belt. If it's a dwarven build, then it might help my strength constitution, perhaps, and
It's
it might be a
true.
bit more handy for me.
Yes. It does look good on you.
Thanks.
Right, just about.
I did
Now,
remember, whilst we're here and we're unlocking chests, there is a small locked chest that we stole from Matt Hell that we never opened.
good point.
Maybe we should try and open that, Keller.
You sure you didn't open that?
I don't think. I
Yeah,
can't remember.
we stole it. We stole it from the place. We didn't have time from his house, and we didn't have time to unlock it.
I wasn't here for that, so I can. So,
Yeah, we left rather hastily.
I don't see anything in my
Because-
notes about it. I see the magic sword, recipes, arcane components. You said there's a chest as well?
There was we stole the chest. It was still locked. We didn't have time to try and crack it because we needed to make a hasty escape.
Sure. So Keller says, yeah, I can try. This one looks a little bit easier. DC 10. So he would unlock this one, and inside you see some of those strangely cut gems. The ones that Mattel was selling to the people. There are two, an emerald and a ruby, both with the strange, I think it was 6-sided or 8-sided.
Yeah, it was 8-sided.
Yeah, the strange
these are-
8-sided gems.
Oh, these are all yours.
Thank you very much. Emerald and a ruby.
So, we have two issues, and they are the unopened chest and the body of Oliver. I believe the clock can only carry one. Can we carry the chest between us?
Well,
Should be able to.
I can carry our fallen comrade, Fang says.
Yeah. How far away is the
Or
nearest village?
the Deep Fang village is a few hours away. It's not too far.
Is it more than 500 feet?
Yes,
Damn.
quite a bit more.
Okay. We'll have to carry the chest between us, Fisher.
We can do this.
Well, if you two are too weak, Gara says, I can carry that as well. It's only
Charming.
50 pounds.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not feeling too hot right now. I need a long rest.
She says, maybe we should rest for a bit and tend to our wounds before traveling back, just in case we encounter trouble.
Can we take a
Yes,
short rest or a long rest here?
She says,
Sure, I can give.
I was assuming a short rest. I don't want to spend the night here.
I'll give
Yeah.
you 7.5 back, Fisher.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so Arlen spends a first level spell healing you for 7.
Yeah.
I'm on. Okay, cool. Right. So, should we take a short rest then?
Alright,
Yes.
so you spend an hour here. Let's see if anything happens.
God, I hope not, with only 2 of us. Be kind to us, Raven, be kind to us.
I am beholden to the dice gods. Though luckily they have
Please.
taken pity on you this day, and the
Oh,
hour, the hour would pass without issue. I mean, you're guessing
Thank
that the Chimera area was probably avoided by most of the creatures around here, as it's kind of an apex predator. So you think it'll be a while before other predators start showing up. But
That's
yeah,
fine.
go ahead and do a short rest. Spend a
Dice roll.
short rest if you're taking one. Oh, that's another resource I didn't see on your sheet, Arlen. Short rests. You should have 3 of those per day. So if you spend one now, you'll have 2 left. Those recharge on a long rest.
Okay.
I went ahead and
How many
added it.
hit die should I have?
At this level, you should have... Well, you have 7, and you gain back 3 per long rest.
Okay. Then it says 2. There's like a box that I can add or minus to just underneath it.
Hey, why does it say you're leveling up?
Ah, that's my old character. You remember the bugged one?
Oh, where's the new one?
He's down at the bottom, right down at the
I
bottom.
see.
Of the,
All right, can I delete this one? Or do you
yeah, the
need
one
it?
in capital letters. The one in capital letters you can delete.
Okay. Delete. This is your new one.
Yeah, that was actually really bugs. I was missing like invocations, the death save had been removed. My
The
short
only
list was showing up weird.
the only thing is I think your new one needs a token. Also, this sheet doesn't have any HP associated with it. Are you what are you at?
Oh, I'm now at 24.
Oh,
Actually,
24.
no, it was 6, so 19 plus 25.
26. All right. Let me take a quick look over your sheet, make sure everything's set up right. Exhaustion should be on. Dice. Alright, I think that looks good. We do still need to make you a token though. Because this one will not have a token yet, so let me do that real quick.
You need an image for that.
I was just going to use your character image, unless you have another one.
Yeah, I've got. I think I just put one in the journal.
I'll
Not
take a
journal,
look.
Party. Not sure if you check that out, Arlen, but I managed to make a pretty cool Hero Forge miniature.
I seen,
for
yeah,
Fisher.
I seen that. I seen that. How is it?
I was really impressed with the amount of like available assets there. Like you can even make them look like they have rocky skin.
Indeed, a magnificent moustache.
Alright, give me a moment. Alright, made his token. Let me just edit the properties.
So I don't know about you, Arlen, but I'm thinking we head back to camp, try and identify what items we have here, see if anyone can revive Oliver.
If not, we give him a hero's burial.
Yeah. Or maybe we try and make the dash back to Candle, but we should probably wait until we're at full strength.
I agree.
Party
So
members and hit points.
Do you have dark vision?
Yes.
60 feet?
Genasi. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, your token should be all set up. Good to go.
Thank you very much.
So during the short rest, if you want, you can try to gain some more information on the belt.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, does Dwarven have any ancestry with gnomish, halfling, or elvish? You know, like how French and Spanish are related to Latin?
Not enough to be able to read it without the language. You'd probably have to either use a spell or find someone who could translate it. Since you can't read or understand anything about the symbols, I'll say a history check, DC 20, might tell you more about this belt.
I've got a history for. So I'm going to guidance myself on this.
Okay.
Can I give him?
And then-
Can I give him the help action?
No, not on a history check. You could make a check of your own if you want.
History.
As well.
Alright, so
Ah.
unfortunately you are unsure. Oh.
Oh, you
That's
dirty
20, baby.
pig.
Oof. That's one off though. Did you get a I didn't hear you do a guidance on him.
No,
Well,
I
I
didn't.
guess you couldn't because it was an hour activity. Do you have anything to buff that? Because nat 20 and nat 1 on skill checks aren't necessarily failures or successes. You'd still need that 20.
Cheeky guidance.
Can I give him a guidance?
Sure. Well, technically, guidance is only supposed to be for quick actions because it only lasts a minute, and this was over an hour. Give it to
Technically,
you.
Impossible for me to get that then. But how
Yeah,
about I
well,
burn
without other things like Flash of Genius or other things to buff skill checks. How about if you want to spend a story point, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, that's
Alright.
fine. Got a story point.
All right. So
So
if you spend the
not-
story point,
Who's spending it?
I assume
I'll
Matt
spend
Hell
it.
or Fisher is.
Alright.
All right. So if you take a very close look at it, you think you remember reading something about these, and you think you know how it works.
Very cool. Oh, nice.
So any way to test your hypothesis?
So you know that if you attune to this as part of your short rest here, you would gain those following benefits.
I'm growing a full beard to match my moustache and my mohawk. Provides us over. Yeah, I'm definitely going to attune to this.
Alright, so it would increase your con by 2, substantially increasing your hit point total. And you would have advantage to dealing with dwarves.
Nice.
And you probably have a
Very
full
nice.
beard in your immediate future.
I'm going to have to edit that here. Hero Forge tokens have a beard. Very cool.
Yes, a mighty, magnificent beard.
I can
Alright.
feel it growing already.
So,
How do I edit my character sheet to add my +2 bonus to con?
well, it might do it for you if you drag the belt into your inventory. If it doesn't, you should just be able to edit it directly. What's your con at now?
Is how do I drag the item into my inventory?
Here, I'll just do it. Hang on.
Thanks.
Alright, it should be added. It doesn't look like it affected your con. Can you just turn your con... So your con's 14 naturally, right?
Yeah.
So can you just edit that to make it 16? Or wait, was it 14?
Yeah, it was 14. Yeah, I was able to edit it.
Okay. So that is right then. So you have your belt of dwarven kind. And you might want to put in your notes somewhere, probably in your abilities here, which I can just do right now, I guess.
And how does that alter my hit points?
Hang on a sec.
I think as Fisher puts on the belt of Dwarven Kind, he just hands the circlet and linen coat to
Oh,
Arlen.
you can suddenly
Just says, keep them.
and you saw the other things about advantage to poison saves and speak, read, and write Dwarvish, right?
Yeah, I didn't see the speak reading right Dwarvish, so that was very cool.
Yeah, if you scroll
Indeed.
down, it has all the stuff on the item. So
Right then, shall we head back to Deep Fang? It's the nearest one for us.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so we'll waddle our broken carcasses and back to Deep Fang.
Alright, so you passed the hour. You spent your hit dice. Did you attune to the belt?
Yes,
So how many attunements do you have now?
just one.
Just the belt, okay.
Is there a way to mark from your character sheet that you're attuned?
Oh wait, is there two dwarves? Belt of Dwarven
Yeah,
Kind?
I'll see it doubled up there.
Let me erase one of them. Who took the gems? I don't see them on your sheet.
I'll take them. I take them, but I'm handing the circlet and coat over to Arlen.
Alright, make sure you mark those things on your sheets or else they're going to get lost into the void. Or party treasury. But yeah, there's the Mad Hell Gems, Emerald Ruby, which I think are going to Fisher. One's 50 gold, the emerald, and one is 100, the ruby. Then there are the luxury things, like the linen coat for 250, and the circlet for 250. So figure out if those are going to the party treasury or if someone's taking those.
Party treasure, I go. Party treasure, I see.
Okay.
The others.
Okay. But you took the coin purse, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Right, that should be all sorted then. So you are traveling back to Deep Fang territory.
I just had one last question.
Yeah.
How does the Belt of Dwarven Kind alter my hit point maximum?
Oh, right. That. Let's see. So, it should give you +1 hit point per level. So 7 extra hit points to your total.
Very cool.
And your current HP would increase by 7.
Oh, nice. So 32. Good.
Alright. Because it's based off your con modifier.
Okay.
So let me just make sure that calculates right. So first level you took was Paladin, right?
Yeah.
So that's
3
13.
levels of Paladin. 5 levels of...
Yeah. So first level would be 13 HP. Second level would be 9 HP, so that's 22. Then 5 Warlock. That's a D8, so that would be 8. 8 times 5 is 40. What did I say the other
Oh,
one?
no, wait. 13 and 9.
I need a calculator. I just lost track of what I was saying. Alright, so
So
first level is
13 and 9.
13 plus 9. Because, yeah, that's a d10. Which would be 6. Plus 3 is 9, yep. And Wizards would be 5 levels of Warlock would be 8 times 5 is 40. Right? So it'd be
Yep.
5 and then plus 3. So you should have 62.
Very cool.
Yeah, because I believe Warlock is a d8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you are
okay.
traveling back. So navigating these caves, it would be a little easier. DC 10 to make the trip. Up to 2 of you can make the roll. I'm guessing you want Claw and someone else since your other tracker died.
Yeah, I'll
Uh,
give it a go.
go on.
Alright. You couldn't use guidance for this because it takes a while. But... Alright,
Cool.
Fisher does his... Or wait, did you roll a d4? Oh no, that's a
Another
survival.
D20.
You just rolled really low.
Yeah, really low.
Okay. Alright, well luckily Claw is on it. The journey takes you about 2 hours to get back. But you do reach Deep Fang without any issue. So it's about
Hooray!
7 o'clock in the evening when you come back. The gnolls are kind of curious as you return. They see you carrying your friend. The chief comes out.
I'll probably see Claw carrying the Chimera's head as well.
Oh yeah, and all the heads. So Drokog comes out and he says, "We owe you a great debt. You have slain the beast, making our territory safe once more. Thank you."
Can your clan shaman revive our friend?
He says, "Unfortunately, we do not possess the means to bring people back from the dead. My apologies. All we can offer him is a rite of burning to be sent off to the afterlife."
Ooh. 1 second. You think we should,
Keller says, "We're not burning him. If anything, we're going to bury him. I think maybe there are people at Candle who can help us. Well, at least I hope there are."
so you want to keep him to, you want to keep him until, Handle.
How
He
long?
nods. Claw
How long
sighs.
can he not? How long do we have until he can't be brought back?
He says, "I don't know. Do I look like a priest? Is that a thing?" Drokog says, "I can make the body preserved for you if you wish me to cast a spell on it."
Yeah, definitely do that.
Alright, I forget the name of the spell.
It's spare the dying, or
I
no?
think it's Gentle
Preserve.
Repose.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, Gentle Repose. Alright. So Drokog will kneel down over the body and do some chanting as magic flows through it. He says, "This should keep the body fresh for at least 10 days, and you will not have to worry about rot or any type of corruption."
Only issue is Revivify only works a minute after death.
Yeah, we'll be looking at something a little different for Revivify, I think.
Yeah.
Well, whatever you can do for him, though, we are taught that the afterlife is a great reward for any who die in battle. So,
Yeah.
it might be best to let him rest.
I think Keller will have the last word on that.
Yeah, Keller says, we're definitely going to see what we can do.
Yeah, not as much. Okay, Arlen, I owe you a beer, or several, when we get back to Candle, because I do believe you did a good honour of bringing me back from near death.
I was doing my duty.
You did it well, and all this talk about you being the only real spellcaster among us, I will humbly have to agree that you are. And or if it wasn't for Claw, we probably wouldn't have killed the Chimera, so
Yeah.
you
Claw
also
is-
are
I don't
several
know.
beers.
Boss says, that was a close fight. I should have trained harder. Obviously, my powers are not what they could be if such a beast almost felled me.
You nearly took down a... There was something... Oh yeah, that was what I wanted to ask. There was something wrong with that Chimera. I asked Drokov if he was aware that the Chimera was under some sort of necrosis.
Well, what exactly was wrong with the Chimera?
Can I
That was
perform?
dark.
Sorry,
Sorry, go
can I
ahead,
perform?
Arlen.
Could I perform a medical check on the three heads? 'Cause I'm thinking medicine, and I do have medical intuition.
Well, it would probably be more Arcana than medicine, but I guess you could make a medicine check as well.
Okay, I'm making an Arcana check then. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, so an Arcana check DC would be 10, medicine check would be a DC 20. Alright, so yeah, you're not sure what was going on with the Chimera.
Anyways. I'm gonna ask the while I'm here actually, I'm gonna ask the chief if he has a herbalism kit for sale.
He says, I think we might. Speak to our quartermaster.
Will do.
But tell me more about this Chimera and what happened to it. Maybe I can give some insight.
It was shedding some sort of dark energy that seemed to hurt us when we got close.
Yes.
Alright, so he's going to make an Arcana check.
I'm usually aggressive even for a chimera.
Well, the deep is covered in dark energies. That's why we have the lights to stave off madness. Maybe something changed the Chimera for living in the dark for so long, making it a bit feral and wild, infusing it with dark energy. But this is only a guess. I have no idea. It could be something more sinister. Perhaps a magic user experimenting on a normal Chimera to make it even more powerful.
I hope
Can-
not.
Can I ask a question, Raven? Do we know if Drokog is... Do we know how Drokog is related to the shaman that we saw in 10, the blue crystal?
The shaman
Is-
and what?
I used Del Boy to...
Oh, when you were spying?
Yeah. Do we know if like Drokog is the real leader or...
Well, Drokog wasn't the one who was meditating on the crystal.
Okay.
That was someone else, and you have not seen them outside the tent yet.
I'm just gonna ask Drokog, what's the deal with the cave? The guarded cave?
Give me a persuasion attempt, DC 15.
I'm gonna wink at Arlen for a little guidance.
For some reason, your mic is all muffled. I can't understand you very well.
How's that? Is that any better?
A little. It just gets muffled sometimes, and then it's okay later. I'm not sure what's going on. Alright, so you're gonna cast guidance while he's doing this?
I will do, yes.
Alright, so Drokog is a little confused as he sees you cast a spell. Putting him a little bit on guard. Go ahead and roll the persuasion check, D4. He says, "What spell are you using?"
I sent for
Oh, I've
one
got
name guidance.
So he says, Arlen, give me a persuasion check, DC 10.
Persuade. I've been doing terrible on my rolls.
Okay. So he seems a little bit, maybe cautious or worried about you casting spells, but he kind of lets it go and says, "The cave is an area where we keep some of our treasures, some of the items valuable to our clan. No one but myself and some of the other higher ups in the clan are allowed in there. Apologies if this upsets you, but it is the rule."
We respect that.
what kind of items do you treasure? We heard we have other Null allies across the caves, and they informed us that you are more magically aware than other Nulls.
He looks at you
Is that a
curiously.
fair
He
deduction?
says, "Who are these other allies? What clans do you ally with?"
Shroom Shields are our major ally.
He says, "I am aware of them. They are a less warrior-centered group. But as for our holy relics, we have pieces from our past that we treasure, ancient weapons that our greatest warriors use in combat to defend us, as well as certain other trinkets from our past."
It sounds like that they would be very, very useful in the battle against the Yunogu cultists. Would you be willing to ally with us?
He says they would probably be useful, yes. They are powerful items.
I forget now that we've killed the Chimera. Are we all friends? Are we able to go back, live our lives, and carry on with what we were doing at Candle at this point? Like, the aim here was Dosha was asking us to recruit as many of these clans as possible, right? By completing the
So wait, are you
the
talking
water.
in character or out of character right now?
Just asking a question to you, Raven, out of character.
Oh, well, you guys can do whatever you want. But yeah, I mean, he's not forcing you to stay here, but yeah, you assume the next steps would either be to go check in with another clan or, yeah, go back to Candle and do something else.
Yeah, I just wanted to check. I just wanted a reminder on my the aim really was to go meet these gnolls, gain their trust, so that when we have a showdown with the Yunogi cultists, we have more backup. Is that right?
Yeah, that's correct. I think you have a quest tab in your sheet. where you can put down the current goals of the group. So you can always check in on that, see what else you have.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so as for the herbalism kit, you could buy that for book price from the Deep Fang Quartermaster. If you have the gold, you can just trade it.
I do have to. How much gold there? How much is the gold? How much is it?
I don't know. You'd have to look in the compendium. Let me see.
Look.
It's a kit, right?
Yeah.
Herbalism.
Hmm. Oh, 5 GP.
Yeah, I imagine it's fairly cheap.
Yeah, I'll go and do that now.
Alright. So he'll say, also, before you go, I would like to reward you for your efforts. And he would produce 2 potions from his bag. Give me one moment. He says, this is a potion of growth. Whoever drinks it will become much larger, making them much more fearsome in battle. So he gives you the potion of growth. Whoever wants to take that, or you can put it in the party treasury, up to you.
What's potion of growth
Oh.
do?
You can compendium it. Basically, it does the enlarge spell, but for like 2 hours. Makes you really big.
Oh, I'll do that. I'll
Like
take
it
that.
increases you a size category.
I'll take that if you please.
What? Should we leave it in the inventory just in case we have like a melee person that might benefit from it more? Let's see what the next one is.
The second potion is a he says this is a potion of invulnerability. It is quite a powerful potion. I'm a little bit hesitant to give it to you, as it is something that we've had for a while, but I feel you have saved many lives by killing this chimera, so here you go. And if you know what these do, hang on, I'll just link them. So there's the potion of growth. You said you're putting that in the party treasury?
For now.
I mean, you can take it if you want, Arlen. I just feel like dagger.
I think we should save that. I would agree with Fisher. Keller says,
Yeah.
if there's need of it, we can give it to you. But yeah, we don't know.
I agree. Okay, fair enough.
Claus is still. It might be good if someone has the potion at the ready in case it's needed. To just have it in the bag, unavailable for combat, seems foolish. Though I would agree that we should give it to someone who will be fighting on the front lines. No offense, Arlen, but you are more someone who stays behind and uses magic.
That is fine with me.
So that's the invulnerability
Wow.
potion.
Now, the potion of invulnerability, if you're casting haste and trying to make sure you don't get hit, that would be perfect.
Well,
True.
it doesn't make you actually invulnerable, it just halves the damage. Still really
yeah.
good, though.
Total damage. Hmm.
I did what you call it? I mean, I did get taken down. But I've got something to help me in the future, so put that in the inventory as well. I don't think I'll be able to use it.
So
Probably give it to,
honestly, yeah, both of those are really good for frontline fighters. But
Yes.
obviously they're not here right now, so we might want to put it in the party treasury and figure out later who's going to get what.
Sounds good.
Because, I mean, the invulnerability halves damage, or does it give resistance, or just straight up half damage? Oh, it just gives
Would,
resistance. So that would be good for pretty much anyone, even like because I think even your Shifter Barbarian, I forget if Rage gives resistance or if it halves damage. If it gives resistance, then yeah, this wouldn't be as useful for the Barbarian. But
I think it depends. I think it depends on the totem she's got.
yeah, she's I think she's a bear totem. Let me go check her out real quick. What does she have? Yeah, so barbarians get resistance already, so it wouldn't do anything for her while she's raging. So yeah, this might be better off for someone else who might be frontline fighting.
Okay.
But anyway, he says, I hope these gifts are beneficial to you. We shall send some of our people to your tribe of Candle to discuss possible alliances within the next few days.
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure, and thank you for doing what you can for our friend. We're still quite wounded though, so would it be okay to spend one more night in your company?
Of course, you are welcome here as friends. I just ask that you stay away from the caves and our main tent.
Yeah, what's in the main tent?
He
Out of
says,
interest.
that is where our shamans commune with nature.
With nature, there's not so much nature down here in the caves.
So there's quite a bit. There are many different cave spirits in this place. It's important that we commune with them to protect our community. And Arlen, you don't think he's telling the full truth on that? You get the feeling he's being deceptive.
I missed what you said, sorry.
Huh?
I missed what you said, sorry.
I said you think he is being deceptive. You don't think he is telling you the full truth when he says the shaman is communing with the spirits in the main tent. You think that's a lie?
Well, we thank you for your hospitality.
Yes, of course. As I said, you are welcome to stay as long as you need.
We appreciate it.
Alright, so it's getting kind of late. What do you all want to do?
I'm going to take Fisher aside and just say, as much as I appreciate his loyalty, he's lying about his shaman. There's something up there. I don't know if it's our business. I don't know if it's our business to investigate or not.
I really, really want to know what they're up to, but they seem like good people. But do you remember everyone, the guards? They seem almost like they're under some sort of spell. Maybe it's a method of control of their own people. I don't know, but at this point, I don't know what we stand to gain by meddling with this tribe that we've just allied with.
True, we don't. I don't want to burn bridges.
Yeah, could there perhaps be? We perhaps get more knowledge from Dosha about rumors of the Deep Fang, and because we've never seen this behavior anywhere else, it seems to be localized to just this tribe. It's not like there's something else happening with the other tribes.
Keller says, well, the Blood Claws seem to have no love for them. I know that they were pretty adamant that something was going on with the Deep Fang. Yeah, I agree. I would rather just get back to Candle and see what we can do about Oliver. I don't think it's any of our business what these people are doing. And Claw would say, I do not know. I feel maybe it is worth looking into. If they are to be our allies and they have dark secrets, it's best we find out what those secrets are. Keller
Maybe we
says,
can use
well,
that for
that's a good way to
helping.
piss off your allies. Like, any political alliance is going to have secrets. I mean, once you go snooping around, they're going to get mad and not want to be your allies anymore.
And it's not like we suspect them of anything, so
Hmm.
uh, we'll play it by.
Pretty
I
rest.
say we.
And
I say we play it by ear.
What were
But
you
yeah,
saying, Fisher?
I agree. Let's let sleeping dogs lie. Speaking of
yeah.
sleeping dogs, I really need to get some sleep. I'm hurt.
Well, before
My
we do,
body
should
aches.
we just in case, should we have Delboy keep watch?
Well, I was not going to go
Unfortunately,
to sleep here without keeping watch, Claw says. I think we should all keep watch. Take our normal watch rotations.
yeah, I can get Delboy back in the game. All right. Quick question, Raven. How do I determine how many Maho or arcane components be used by a spell that I'm casting?
Well, the spell
Specifically,
description should say how much is needed.
oh, simple as that.
Like, what spell are you talking about?
Fine familiar. So it's only 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, so that would be
Is
10
that
Maho of arcane components.
cool?
Yeah, or you can use the incense if you have it, but Maho is kind of a catch-all for that stuff. Or components, I should say. But yeah, it's a 1-to-1
Yeah.
for gold to Maho is how much you'd need.
Okay. Make sure I got a lot for it.
Alright,
Yes, I do.
so it
Great.
sounds like we're ready to pass the evening. Anyone else doing anything? If not,
Yeah.
I will roll and see what happens. We do have the
There's
watch.
something I want to do in the middle of the night as well.
Okay. Oh, actually,
I'd
it
like
doesn't look
to.
like we have a watch rotation set up. So who's taking what watches?
Can
Uh,
Delboy take watch?
Yeah, if you want to. There's a watch rotation section of the sheet. So there are 3 watches: evening watch, night watch, and dawn watch. Generally, night watch is the darkest because, well, if you're in a community, that's when the lights are at their lowest, when the sunstones show the least light. But otherwise, like, they're all kind of equal since you're underground. But yeah, you
I'll
want,
take first watch, and I don't have that vision.
if you have normal resting, you can only take 1 watch. If you're an elf and you trance, you can take 2 watches. Or if, like, you're a warforged, you can take as many watches as you want. And you can put multiple people on a watch. I mean, the more people awake, the more likely you are to notice something. Because it's based on perception.
Does Delboy have night vision?
Yeah, he's got devil sight.
Devil sight.
So I don't. So I'll take first watch.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Alright, I got the setup there. Alright, so the evening will pass without issue. Go ahead and... well, I guess there's no luxurious upkeep, so you just do the standard 1 gold upkeep for food. So just pay a gold piece.
Just burn a ration as well if you've got.
You don't have to spend rations if you're paying the gold piece. The gold piece basically covers food and drink.
Listen. So did I roll anything?
No. Nothing happened as far as you know. Oh, and you said you want to do something during the night, Fisher?
Yeah, I wanted to take one of the gemstones, and try and offer it to my patron. One of the gemstones.
one of Matt Hell's gemstones.
Yeah, I wanted to do that and see what happens.
All right, so to the Dark Lady. So you said she is a like. Well, go ahead, describe her. What would she look like?
She just looks like um, sort of a shadowy figure of a female. She doesn't have a face. She's just like made of shadowy smoke. I hear her voice.
All right, so you're putting down. You're kind of doing this off to the side in private, right?
Yeah, I'm definitely finding a little secret space somewhere.
All right, so you go off to the side, start meditating. Which gemstone are you offering?
I will offer the um, emerald.
All right,
Oh, sorry, the ruby. The ruby I'll go with.
Ruby. Give me a um. I'll say give me a charisma check. DC 10. Just straight charisma. Not a save,
Okay.
a check. You would just click on the charisma score. Yeah.
That's
Same thing. Okay.
so weird.
So there's a puff of smoke as a shape begins to form of a woman moving through the darkness. The smoke takes her form as she approaches, and she would say, "You have called to me, Fisher. What is it you need?"
I'm offering a gemstone, as you have asked.
She says, "This gemstone is not made by the gift I gave you. Who has created this?"
There is another. I don't know who he is, whether you have worked with him, but I wish to know more if you know more.
She says, "I do not recognize this gemstone, and I have not worked with this other. Who is this other, and why do you say I have worked with him?"
His name is Matt Hell. I know no one else who shadow touches gemstones like you. Is there someone else who can perform this
So,
task? This
so
skill?
the shadows coalesce around you a bit as you see 2 points of light that look like her eyes glowing within them. Uh, they turn red for a moment as she said, "Who else have you been speaking to? I sense that you have been in communication with another power."
Another power? None.
She says, "Don't lie to me. Who was it that you spoke to besides me? And what did they offer you?"
No one has offered me anything. Question for you, Raven. Is there someone else I've spoken to?
Not that you know of. Give me an insight check. DC 12. Yeah, no, not that you know of.
I'm gonna burn a story point on.
All right, give me a reroll. Oh, look
Oh
at
wow.
that. You do remember that last time you spoke to her, she was acting a bit strange, which makes you wonder if it was actually her you had spoken to.
Oh.
Now that she's saying this, because there isn't anyone else you've communed with anyway.
I think Fisher suddenly remembers that there was mention of Matt Hell when he arrived in. Where are they? My God, he arrived with a woman. Okay.
Oh, are you talking about High Guard?
Yeah, yeah. I think he's going to say, do you know of anyone else who provides or performs this skill? There may be someone.
Give me a persuasion DC 16. So she kind of studies you for a moment, as if trying to gauge whether you're being honest or not. And she says, you claim that you spoke with no one else. Uh, what? What would she say? Says you've claimed to not have spoken with anyone else, but you are asking me if others could give the power of gem crafting as I've given you. What makes you think that is the case? That this would even be possible?
Because I know that Matt Hell is getting these gems from someone else that isn't you.
She says, and who is this Matt Hell?
We've heard the rumor that he is a fire genasi, but we can't verify that. He lived in a settlement nearby us, was creating these gemstones and pieces of work, using them, selling them to the high class and elite.
And have you looked into
Potentially
this?
your rival talent.
Have you looked into this Matt Hell?
We learn of. Oh, what was that guy's name?
Give me another insight check, DC 10.
Ekthar. That was what I was going to say. DC 10.
So, yeah, now the way she's talking, you definitely think that something's going on because you told her all this last time you spoke to her. Like about Matt Hell and the strangeness of these gems, and that's when she told you to find her more gems. But now she doesn't seem like she remembers any of that.
Okay. So it seems like I've had this conversation twice. Two different people.
Yeah, you now think that maybe the first person you talked to wasn't actually her.
Mm-hmm.
Or either that, or maybe it was one of her servants that is doing something strange and didn't tell her the information. Because she does, as far as you know, have servants who she employs to do things.
Okay.
So, go ahead.
So, unfortunately, I have nothing to offer you if this is not a gemstone that you wish to take.
She says, this gemstone puzzles me. There's something about it. The magic on it is very familiar, but it was not created by me or through the powers gifted to you. And she moves her hand over the gemstone as it vanishes. She says, I will look into this and study it, see if I can figure out what has occurred here. As for you, I appreciate what you've done. Bringing this to light was the correct thing to do. I just wish you would have told me sooner.
There was one other thing. If it wasn't you that I spoke to when I last thought I communed with you, they offered me this shard, and I produced the shard that was given to me and asked if she recognizes that shard.
Give me a persuasion check. DC 10. Okay. So she looks at the shard, kind of looks at you again. She says, "What did they tell you the shard did? Or did they say anything about it?"
They said that I should make it more beautiful than it was, incorporate it into a work. You know, but they were also quite rude and quite short.
Strange.
They seemed impatient.
I shall have to have my servants look into this. Perhaps there is another gem crafter that we must deal with. Give me an insight check, DC 15. You don't think she's telling you everything. You think she knows something, and she hasn't revealed it. Possibly some sort of internal political thing, but you think she knows more about this gem and who may have made it than she's letting on. She says, "You've done well, Fisher. If you are visited by this creature again, feign ignorance and try to find out what you can about them, without tipping your hand that you know it's not them. I assume this figure looked like me, but didn't speak like me. Is that correct?"
It was similar, but different.
She nods and says, "Do you have any of the gemstones I gave you?"
The gemstones that you gave me.
Yeah, those were the those the six-sided ones that were yours?
Yeah.
Well,
They
go ahead.
Those I incorporated into work and sold.
She says, "Do you have any more of the eight-sided ones?"
Yes, yeah, I have 3 more.
Let me see it. Well, you gave her the emerald, right? So she took that one.
I could give her the brooch.
Oh wait, you gave her the ruby, right? You said you gave her the ruby.
Yeah, I gave her a ruby, just that wasn't in anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I also have a ruby brooch that Matt Hill made. I offer that to her.
So she'll look at it. She says, "Fascinating. It can hold power, just like the ones that you created for me." And she puts her hand over it as it seems almost like darkness flows from her into the brooch. She says, "This is a gift for your good work," and hands it back to you. She says, "The brooch now hums with energy. You can use it to further cast more magic. Though once it's used up, it is gone until it will be recharged."
Okay.
So basically, it holds up to 6 spell slots.
Wow.
Which you can use to cast spells with. You can use like either 6 level 1s, like 3 level 2s, 2 level 3s, etc. That's how it works. But it can't be recharged.
That's very cool. I bow in reverence and say, if I encounter this charlatan, this performer I was pretending to be, then I will not reveal that I know anything.
Learn what you can,
and I'll
but
let you know what more I can learn.
Don't tip your hand, as I wish to know more about who has stolen my magics, and my craft. And with that, she sort of fades back into the darkness.
Very cool.
Alright, let's do a 10-minute break. If you guys are okay with that, and come back at 1:40.
I wanted to check if you wanted to wrap up on the hour, right? Because I was an hour late, so we're finishing at
Uh,
9 or 10.
I mean,
yeah,
there's not much there to do apart from wait for the others.
yeah. I was planning to wrap up at 2, the normal time. I know, like, you missed the
Yeah.
first hour, but I do have some stuff I
Yeah,
need to
no,
do.
no. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I just wanted to check. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, so I was gonna
Cool.
wrap
See
up
you in 10.
in like 30, but yeah, let's do a break because I gotta use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Nice one. You still there, Roland?
Yeah. What should we do?
Yeah. Um. Well, yeah, I just had a bunch of stuff resolved in terms of my backstory stuff and things. So
Yeah. I
I'm up
mean,
for whatever you want to do, man.
I think once we get to handle this, we can. I want to try and get some of my essence forged into something. I think that's what it's for. Forging into magic items. So I need to.
What
I
what
need
was
to.
it?
I have a couple
What
of
is
bits
trying
of.
to forge a magical iron?
Yeah. So I have forge. Uh, I have essence. So I need to find recipes. So I need to do some research.
Oh, right. So you want to research where you can find the recipes to make the magic items?
Yes, because I need to. I want to try and get myself some elven armor so I can. So you don't need to be proficient in it for it to work
Oh,
on you.
okay. Cool. That's a series of insane rolls that I just did in that conversation with my patron. Rolled a
You got
16,
okay. I got
17, and a 19.
bad rolls in things I was proficient in, and then a good roll in something I wasn't.
Yeah. I thought that nat 20 was going to count for nothing. I'm really glad that managed to work.
All right.
Uh,
What do we want to do?
well, I think we're all rested, and we
Yeah.
decided not to
Yeah.
bother the shaman, didn't we? In the tent.
Yeah, we did. Did that long rest go without a hitch?
Yeah,
Yes,
you rested the evening, so it's now the 49th of winter in the morning of 8 a.m. in the morning.
So let's take Oliver and head back to Last Light then, or Candle, and try and get him revived to the nearest temple.
All right, so Candle is about a 2 to 3 day journey, depending on your survival person. So let's do survival checks. Up to 2 of you. I'm assuming Claw's going to be 1.
I'll be the other one this time. I seem to be getting good rolls in this stuff I'm not proficient in. 10. Fuck you, D20. Roll 20. Right, what's Claw getting?
Alright, so Claw is on it, doing very well in her survival. So it would take you 2 days. Let's see if anything else happens along the way. No, you're going through somewhat friendly territory. You will have to spend 2 days of rations each, though.
That's fine.
And you would reach Candle on the morning of the 51st around 8 a.m.
Okay. We just head straight from the temple or hospital, one or two.
Hang on one moment. So you enter the City of Candle. What does the group want to do? Do you guys have any property here? I think you just have the workshop.
House.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no. Razorwind Manor isn't really yours. Keller just goes there. But I think your old companion has a shop that he's kind of given to you all. Clyde?
Yeah.
Which is
He's got-
here. So Clyde is mostly at his workshop, but he's kind of given you his house to use. So yeah, I'll say the group is currently using that as their home base. So yeah, what do you want to do? You're back in Candle.
I think we want to try and revive Oliver.
Alright, so Candle has a decent sized faith to Paylor, but they don't really have a high church, and their clerics aren't all that powerful. So it's unlikely they'll be able to do much for you. You could use a downtime project to try to gather information, either through, well, it would probably be through contacts. You'd have to do some carousing to try to figure out who might be able to help you with this. But it could be timely and costly.
We did make 2 contacts successfully some downtime, Keller and I
Did
make
you
some
use them
contacts
though?
across. We didn't use the contacts, no.
Okay, so if you still have them, then yeah, those people would still owe you favors. If you want, you can get in touch with them and try to have them find you someone.
I'd like. Hopefully Keller doesn't mind me doing this, but I'd like to use one of them to try and locate Matt Hell, if possible, and the other one to help locate someone that can revive Oliver.
So the contact could help you if Matt Hell is hiding out in Candleholm, but if he's not here, it would be wasted.
Okay, then we'll save that one.
Yeah, because the contacts the contacts you make for a city can only be used in that city.
That makes sense.
Alright, so yeah, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna head to the marketplace because I wanna try and sell the jacket and circuit.
Sell
We don't,
those.
we don't want to try and. We don't want to try and identify those first. That might be worth something. I mean,
Oh,
they might
actually,
be
yes.
magical.
So yeah, I'll try and identify them first.
Do you have the identify spell?
No, but we can take him to a shopkeeper who would.
So, yeah. Actually, I think you're. Let's see. So you would pay someone to do the identify spell on them. Is that what you're trying to do?
I only have like 1 gold.
How much will it cost to pay to identify?
So if you ask around the market, you would find there are a couple of people that have low levels of magic potential. One of them would offer to try to identify basically all of your items for 50 gold pieces. They would ask you, now you know these are magical, right? You know for sure that they have magical signatures?
We don't know for sure.
Oh. Well, I can detect magic to see if they are magical. That would be a little cheaper. I'll do that for 20 gold pieces.
Oh, I definitely can detect magic myself.
Oh.
I just realized I can totally do that myself. But hey, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that. I'll detect magic on the circlet and the code.
Alright. Neither of them are magical. They're just masterworked.
Okay. In that case, maybe they're best to be sold. That'll give you a little bit of coin.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, you're trying to get the best price for them, I assume, or you just want to offload them quickly?
I'll try and get the best price.
Alright, so that'll take a couple of hours. I'll say 2 hours, and I need a persuasion.
Can I help with this?
Yeah, if you want to spend 2 hours as well, you can both roll, and I'll take the higher one.
I'll get persuasion.
Insane rolls tonight. I don't think I've rolled under a 16 in like 7 rolls.
Alright. So you do find a buyer who's very interested in them. One of the higher end merchants who kind of buys, like, refurbishes and sells stuff like this. He's willing to take it off your hands for 80% their value, which is very high.
Good
So
deal.
how much?
So,
Yeah.
So
We'll
let me
take-
see. Would you say I was like, it's 500 total, right? There's 2 and 250.
yeah. Yeah. 80%.
So that would be
Instead of
400
500.
gold pieces for both of them.
So take the deal, Arlen.
Yeah, okay, we'll take so the circuit and the jacket for 400.
Cool.
All right, so you gain 400 gold pieces. I'm
Do
guessing
you
that's
That's what
want
going to the.
yours.
do you want 200 of that, Fisher, since you did help?
Keller would say, we're splitting that. We're not
Yeah.
just giving that to one person because we all fought the Chimera. I mean, there's 4 of us, so that's pretty easy. We each take 100.
Okay,
I
so
give Arlen my 100 gold pieces as a
Oh,
thank you
all
for
right.
bringing me back.
I appreciate it.
So Gara would get 100. And let's see, where is her money? Oh, she has a lot of money. All right, she gets another 100, and Keller would also get 100. He also has a good amount of money.
We
You
also
just
have like
make a note of that.
quite a lot of money in the treasury as well. We have about 1,500 gold sort of stashed up. And we have 5 studded leather armors and 5 short swords. That would be good for us to offload, I think, as well. So can we try and sell those as well, just quickly?
Sorry, give me one moment. I'm trying to find that treasure I linked you. There it is. Just want to make sure I have that in my notes. Those can be sold at 40% book price if you just want to offload them.
Can I roll persuasion and spend a couple of hours? How much are we looking at for them anyway?
How much are they? You mean how much are they worth?
Yeah.
It depends on the item. The book has prices for all like the basic armors and everything. But it's unlikely you're going to get much more than that since they're common items. They're not like treasures or art objects. Like people generally aren't going to pay more for secondhand like equipment.
Yeah, cool.
Is there any recipes I can buy for my essence?
Like magical item recipes?
Yes.
No, those you'd have to research. It's not, well, if you had contacts, you might be able to find someone willing to sell you a recipe, but that's not something you just get in like a shop stall. Like you'd have to
Okay.
research those or find them in like old ruins or something. They're definitely not common.
So if I want to say research a recipe for like elven armor, I need to go to the library or something.
For recipes, yeah. Or you'd have to find someone who has them, which would be like through a contact, try to set something up.
Yeah.
Who got the belt of Dwarven Crime? That was Fisher.
Yeah.
And
I'm just going to offload the studded leather and short swords.
Okay.
We don't have to worry about their weight anymore.
Yeah, so that would be 40% book price for those.
Oh.
And make sure you got the 100 from that sale. What about the party treasury? Are you gonna sell that or split that?
Sell what from the party treasury?
Or not sell, but like you said you had a bunch of money in the party treasury. Are you handing that out or keeping it there?
Yeah, I feel like. Are you adjusting character sheets at the moment, right?
Me? No, I'm looking at my own notes. I gave I gave the 100 gold pieces to the 2 who aren't here. I adjusted theirs.
Oh,
But yeah, if you're gonna split the party treasury, then I'd have to adjust them more.
maybe we should wait, just because we might have a new player.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. And it's not bad to have some funds in the party treasury in case you need to buy stuff for the group.
Yeah.
But you want to at least make sure everyone has some gold in case they need to do projects or anything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go to the library and do some research for magical recipes.
Alright, so you're going to try to obtain some lore.
Yes.
Alright, that would be downtime project. And you have your contacts with, what's it called? What's the group's name? The ones who you originally came in through.
Dusk Melody.
Dust Melody, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've got this melody.
Alright. So, it's going to be 50 gold pieces to start a research project. And you can hire assistants, which would give you a +1 bonus per 50 extra you want to spend. Up to an extra +6, which would be 350 total. Do you want to hire any assistants, or do you just want to go it yourself?
I'm used to going it myself, so I'll go it myself.
Okay, so that would be 50 gold pieces, and go ahead and add the projects to your to the party sheet. Downtime activity projects. It'll take you 5 days, so just note what day it started.
Okay, 1 second. Where is the downtown activities?
What are you doing, Arlen? Sorry, what's the project? I'm adding it to the sheet now.
He's doing research.
Yeah, for whatchamacallit?
Elven armor.
You
Well-
don't. So the you don't have to say what it's for. You just earn lore, and then you can spend that lore to figure to get information. Assuming as long as that library would have access to what you're looking to find out. So it would just be a general research project. You don't have to say what it's for. And once you get the lore, you can say what you're going to spend it on. Recipes depend on how rare the item is, how much lore they cost.
Do you want to spend a day doing that, Arlen? A day of research? Because I need to spend a day on a project.
Yeah, I'll do my research.
Alright, so that is a 5-day project, but you can put today towards that if you want.
I will do.
Do you have a project, Fisher, that you're working on?
Yeah, I was researching the shard I was given by, or I thought was my patron, but perhaps not. I was 4 days into 5 for that, so I would look to be complete in that research project today.
All right. So if that puts you at 5 today, let me pass the 8 hours. 1 moment. So that would.
I've added your project to the sheet, Harlan.
So
Appreciate it.
both of you would complete your day around 4 p.m. And that would be 5 days for you, Fisher. So give me an intelligence roll. Now, did you have assistance on this, or did you just do it yourself?
Yeah, I had assistants. So I had 3 assistants total because I bought 2 assistants, and then I'm also using Ellen, who's lent her services by Keller.
Alright, so then you would have +3 extra to this roll. So give me an intelligence roll, +3.
Let's hope these good rolls. It's happening.
All right, so +3 is going to be 14. Let me see. What does that give you? 14 is 2 pieces of lore. So you can spend that to gain information. And you were trying to gain information on the shard?
Yeah. But I'm guessing that the outcome is the same, right? That these gemstones can provide me with spell slots that I can use one time.
You can learn other things besides that. Let me see. So, 1 piece of lore. You could figure out that these stones, and actually yours as well, seem to be based or have magic based within the Shadowfell. So the energies of the stones, and probably your patron as well, are native to the Shadowfell. Did you know that already? I don't think you did, right?
Did know that already.
You did or didn't?
I did.
You did? Okay. So another thing you'd find out then is the shard itself that you were given seems to have some sort of properties that, yes, can store magic like the other gems, but you believe it can be attached to the gems to gain additional benefits. And do you want to spend the second piece of lore?
Yeah, I will.
Alright, so you would also find out that that shard is something that gives the creator the ability to scry it. So whoever is in possession of the shard can be watched by whoever created the shard. So most likely whoever gave this to you has been watching you the whole time.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
But yeah, you think if you attach the shard to the necklace, it might do something.
Okay.
Just so
So
you
it's
know
like-
the time, Raven.
Yeah. Sorry, what? Just so I
Yeah.
know what? Hello? Did I lose you? Hello?
Fisher?
I'm here. What did you say?
Yeah, what did you say, Arlen? You kind of cut out there.
And there's Fisher cut out.
Oh, well, you said something and I didn't hear you.
I was just pointing the time to you to the time.
Oh yeah, I know. We're getting close to the end here. But yeah, that's what you'd find out with the lore. And yeah, you think that this shard could somehow maybe enhance that necklace that your deity or that your patron gave you. Though using it might incur some anger from her, because obviously it was made by whoever this pretender is.
Yeah.
And you know that someone else has been watching you.
That's very cool.
All right,
I think Fisher's going to hold on to it for now. Pretend that he's just been kind of working on it the whole time and keep that knowledge to himself.
Okay. But yeah, other than that, we should probably end here. So we're at time. Let me get MVP votes from the two. Actually, if there's only 2 of you, it's just going to be back and forth. So we'll hold off MVP for this week since it was only the 2 of you.
I vote Fisher.
Yeah, I know. That's the only person you can vote for.
I'll vote Arlen.
Yeah, again, I know. So yeah, good game, everyone. Hopefully next
game.
week. Well, we should have our new player next week, and hopefully we'll have our other 2 back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting another
Thanks a
barbarian,
lot.
it seems.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Look,
Thanks
right,
for
see,
hanging around for me. Sorry for the lateness. And
no worries.
yeah,
Best put up to that an hour earlier